Customers buy and want to return items often. This happens online just as much as it happens in store. So it's important that you have your own policies in addition to knowing what each platform's policies are for returns.
The only platform that actually has a function where you can disable returns is eBay.
That we know of.
Yeah. Other platforms like Poshmark, Mercari, they don't accept returns at all. It's part of their policy. The exceptions here are THREDUP, Tradesy, and The RealReal, which all offer returns.
And all these platforms do offer the option for buyers to return an item if it was not as described. So that is mostly the type of returns we're going to be talking about. Even so, people may still try to send stuff back to you for a variety of different reasons. Some legitimate and some totally BS. And it's up to you whether or not you want to fight it and elevate the issue to the platform to decide, or just accept it and move on.
Most of the time it's going to be something where the customer bought something, probably didn't read the listing carefully, and then finds out that the clothing item doesn't fit them, and then tries to blame you for putting incorrect information on your listing.
Yup. In our business, we provide measurements for nearly every item. And so this, in our case, with issues pertaining to fit, this is where all the measurements and photos you took previously will come in handy to prove you weren't the one at fault.
We'd say just be cordial and friendly to these customers, but if something's BS, like, don't let them walk all over you. Choose your battles and know that everyone deals with this stuff. Try not to take it personal and kindly invite them to either provide proof of the issue or take it up with the platform itself to get resolved.
And sometimes you may actually be at fault. No one's perfect, so if that is the case, just make sure to apologize and do whatever you can to fix the issue or get the item returned to you.
And, sometimes things just get lost in the mail and just outside circumstances prevent the transaction from getting completed. So just use discretion if someone says they never received an item. Check the tracking, refund them if you feel like it's the right thing to do. Every transaction is going to be different.
I think for us, only one item has ever gotten lost in the mail that we know of or understand, and we just refunded the buyer. And use your intuition to determine if something's a scam. The biggest giveaway is if they try to get you to contact them or pay them outside of the platform that you're using.
Right, like we don't want to be, sending any wired money to Nigerian princes.
Right.
So that their family can get your, Nike shorts.
Yeah, and if something is a scam, then you can just report that on the platform.
Also, be aware that there can be critics or annoying people wherever you go. If someone complains about what they got from you, do what you can if you need to make it right, but try to not spend too much time focusing on it, which I know is easier said than done.
Yeah. You also have the right as the owner of your own business to ignore or block anyone you want to. Realizing this has been so liberating for me. If I get obnoxious or creepy questions, I just ignore and block the user because I don't want their business.
Annoying people, lowball offers, complaints, and slow sales periods happen to so many of us. When that happens, remember you're not alone.
Yeah, it's important to set up boundaries in your business, and this is something that we're still working on, honestly. It's ideal if you can have regular working hours and breaks. It's also good to understand there are ups and downs in reselling.
Yeah, it can be quite the roller coaster. Also, things often slow down in the summertime. We call this summer slowdown. And basically, whenever large groups of people are concerned about money, also going to be a slowdown in sales. If your sales have been slow, try not to beat yourself up, but take a look at what might not be working and then figure out if there's ways that you can make that work better.